Hello and welcome to Near Dark Podcast, episode 43. And today we are going to talk about April Fool's Day, the remake from 2008. And today we are joined by Angel.
Hi.
And only Angel, because it's the two of us today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be kind of like a Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an April Fool's Day special. So we decided that because Joseph is down with a cold and he is not doing well. He is out of the episode, and Augie needed to do something that was a little bit more important than record with us. So he is out in Nam again. God damn it, man! Come back from the war. Come back, be with us.
It's just not meant to be.
Yeah, sad boy hours.
Yeah, but how are you feeling? We're gonna start with that.
Pretty good. I've been like exercising like crazy today, so I'm just like all pumped with, like happy go thoughts, and I'm sitting here with some chocolate and some water and some juice and a stream, and I'm just like happy.
It's just all good things surrounding you.
Yes. The only thing I'm missing is boyfriend right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty okay. Been pretty low since like the end of last week, but I'm managing, so it's pretty okay.
It's understandable. I mean, life happens.
Yeah, and it's kind of like just the world right now.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about it last episode, about the coronavirus and things like that. And honestly, it's my opinion.
It's scary.
It's a little bit scary, and but the most like what I found scariest is people. How they are overreacting to the whole thing. The virus itself, hey, if I get it, I get it. If I die, I die. It's whatever. It's just people. I don't know, how are you feeling about this?
I feel like it's a mix between, I'm scared like for people as well, but it's a mix between the two extremes, because you have the ones that are very extreme afraid, or those who don't give two shits about it.
Yeah, they still go out in enormous groups. They still go out to the pub or to the cinema and everything like that. Like, don't go out if you don't need to.
Yeah, and they usually do it for very selfish reasons, like, if I get it, whatever. No, it's not about you. It's about other people that you might infect as well.
Yeah.
You absolute cunt.
Yeah, like I said, like if I get it, I get it. If I die, I die. But then again, I don't go out that often. This week I've been to school twice because they haven't closed it yet here, and I've been to the store twice too. But that's like 2 minutes in, 2 minutes out.
And like, I'm very afraid because I have people around me that are like in the risk groups. Like, my boyfriend is a chain smoker, so that's not good.
Yeah.
And also, like, a friend of mine also have asthma. Maybe not like that bad, but it's still just, as long as you have asthma, it's bad.
Yeah, you're still in a very big risk zone. So yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, let's move on to little bit lighter themes.
Yeah, like recently seen.
Death in movies.
Yes, death in movies. That's good.
Any recently seen?
Well, I mentioned last episode that I have watched Bird Box, because I kind of felt that you have watched it. I need to watch it then. Sandra Bullock, like I said in the last episode, good actress. Yes,
Yeah.
she's great. I did not see it taking the twist it did, or things like that. I kind of enjoyed it. Kind of was like, this is overhyped. But yeah, I would say it's worth watching. Just don't get overhyped over it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Other than that,
definitely.
I watched a very horrifying, terrifying story, The Road to El Dorado. Yes!
You didn't.
Yeah, I watched it with the guy I'm dating yesterday, because we were grinding some games and we got so frustrated. We're like, you know what? Fuck this. Movie time. We haven't. Neither one of us has watched it in years, so we just sat down to watch it, and it's so good.
Yeah, it's good to watch every once in a while.
And for us D&D nerds, you can make so many D&D puns in it and jokes, and
Yeah.
it's just like yes.
And like it's good to watch both in like Swedish and English
Mm.
because it's just so good because in English you have Elton John.
Really, I
And
didn't know that.
yeah, I think he sings pretty many of the songs in El Dorado. So yeah, and I think we have also a pretty good singer in Swedish as well, but I don't remember who it is.
Honestly, the songs are amazing.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Yeah, it was the first time I watched it in English actually. Because, like, growing up, I've only watched it in Swedish, so it was a little bit
Same.
weird, but still very enjoyable.
Very much so. It's one of those movies that I can actually watch in Swedish, like because the more recent movies I just can't, but the more older ones, it's mostly because I grew up with them in Swedish because I couldn't understand any other language.
Yeah, it's like the 1990s movies, like 1985 for 2005, I would say. Then it's kind
Yeah,
of has a downfall in Disney movies. But anyways,
at least voice acting
yeah. Anyways,
is pretty good.
let's move back to the actual concept of the podcast, as in horror
Yeah,
movies. Have you watched anything?
I have watched one thing, and it's like one episode of a Netflix series that I'm hopefully gonna pick up
Oh,
very soon and continue watching.
tell me.
Uh, Beast Stars or
Oh
Beast.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that they have added it on Netflix.
Yeah,
I have added it
and
to my to watch list.
yeah, and I got recommended to it by a friend. So with my sister, I watched the first episode, and
Mm.
yeah, it's pretty good. I'm still debating whether or not to watch it in English or in
I would
its original
say
language.
go for English.
Yeah, because we when we watched it, um, it got very apparent that you got a very different feel, depending on if you watched it uh, on dub or sub, because the dub actually it's pretty good to be
Mm.
honest in this series, and it's got very good like expression, whereas like the sub text,
Mm.
it's uh it's it you can't watch the dub version with the subtext because I don't know what Netflix deal is. It doesn't match its dub with the sub, and it's so
Um,
frustrating.
I was gonna say I started watching an anime, and I'm not sure if you would like it, but Akame go Kill. I find it really good. Kind of same art style as ReZero, set in a medieval time-ish. Kind of gory, so I'm not sure if you would like it, but I really enjoyed it. I have still 3 episodes left because I haven't had time to finish the anime because it's just one season of like 25 episodes. I can send you where I'm watching it.
Yeah, and like I think if the reason I like mentioned that particular series is because it's like a PG 16 version of like Zootopia in a way.
Yeah, I kind of got the feeling of the whoops.
Except like the fact that they have even more like human bodies in Beastar than in the Zootopia one, and it's more bloody
Okay.
than Zootopia because then they actually expand on like the topics Zootopia had, but in the way of actually murder.
I'm interested.
Yeah, and like this is just the first episode I'm going on.
Yeah, like one of my kids told me like they had watched the whole
Yeah,
series.
kids.
I have 15 kids spread over the world.
I'm not gonna slut shame anyone.
I have kids in Australia, England, Germany, US, Scotland. Yeah.
I'm more offended that you didn't bring me along to all those places.
Oh my goodness.
I want to go to the UK. Why did I get to go to the London Bridge, you asshat?
You suck. Anyways, so yeah, one of my kids said like, "Oh yeah, I've binge watched the whole first season, and it was great." So I'm like, "Well, if you like it, then I will most likely will like it too."
So yeah, that's like the one thing I've watched.
Fair enough.
Other than that, I've just had bad days.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start the trailer, I guess.
Yeah, let's start a trailer among all this.
For once, I actually didn't forget that we have a trailer to roll. And here is the trailer for April Fool's Day 2008.
We are so proud to host your debutante ball, which I think you'll find will change your life forever. Cheers.
April Fool's Day.
What's so funny?
What happened to your mouth? April Fools.
A time for friends.
It's so nice to see you.
You look divine.
When did you get the nerve and ask her out?
Who's that, Milan? You?
Hey.
A time for pranks.
You know, how do I know you're not up to another one of your little tricks?
What's wrong?
Champagne's hit me pretty hard.
But on this night,
April Fool's Day.
the gag is about to turn. Dead serious. Now,
Miss Cartier, I found this at the door earlier this morning.
1 year later,
Dear friends, the years passed since my tragic death. I was hoping one of you would accept responsibility.
6 friends must stand together
If my murderer doesn't come forward, each one of you will die throughout the course of this April Fool's Day.
if they want to survive.
Oh, you think it's a joke?
You're the expert, right?
If the person who killed Milan doesn't come forward, then any one of us could be next.
Ryan, who's to say any of us killed him? Whoever this is could be bluffing or crazy.
Sounds to me like you're the ones hiding something.
It's not Ryan. He's dead.
Get her out of here!
We need to call the cops.
Someone's trying to set us up. Neither one of us killed Milan.
You're lying.
The synopsis, which I can barely read words of because it's.
Do you
I'll
want?
try and read the synopsis. I'll try.
I mean, I can read the synopsis if you like.
I can give it a honest try first.
Yeah,
and then you can
Go for it.
do it. In the debutante ball of the socialite Torrance Cadwell on April 1st, 2007. The millionaire Desiree Cartier dilutes a powerful drug in the champagne of her acquaintance, Milan Hastings, and her brother, Blaine, takes advantage of her while Desiree tapes the situation with a I struggled so much. Oh, it hurts.
Take it from the start, please.
Yeah.
Give it 3 seconds and then take it from the start.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, sure.
I can send it over.
Yep. In the deputation ball of the socialite Torrance Caldwell on April 1st, 2007, the millionaire Desiree Cartier dilates a powerful drug into the champagne glass of her acquaintance, Milan Hastings, and her brother Blaine takes advantage of her while Desiree tapes the situation with a camcorder with her friends Barbie and Peter Welling. Charles Lansford and Ryan Snoop. However, Milan has a seizure and falls over the balcony, immediately dying. The group goes to court. Blaine loses the control of the family fortune, which shifts to Desiree, but they are considered innocent, and the death of Milan is considered a fatal prank. 1 year later, each one of them received a letter mustering them up to Milan's grave. While gathering the cemetery, they receive a package telling them that each one of them will die until the person responsible for the death of Milan owns up. I can really see why you had a hard time reading that.
Yeah, and I realized, like, halfway through the synopsis that I read something wrong in the synopsis earlier, and I think I tried to fix it because I didn't understand the meaning, but I think we can just keep this in, like, that Desiree tapes the situation with a camcorder while her friends Barbie, Peter Welling, Charles, and Ryan Snoop.
That sounds more logical than what I said, yes.
Yeah, so I just want to, like...
Honestly, the synopsis is poorly written, but the person writing it is sick, so I can't really blame them.
Nah, they're like half time while writing it, so... Yeah, there's no one named Ryan Snoop in this
Are you sure about that?
movie.
I really wish I could put in that meme. Yes. Yes. Anyway, so...
Yes.
Do you want to start with your opinion of the movie?
Sure, we have no leader in this one, I would say, because it's only...
Yeah, we're just like splitting everything that goes on.
Yeah, I would say that I didn't really have much to think, like, of the movie in general, because personally I think I did not like the music throughout the movie. It just felt off, and like it fitted so badly that you like notice when the music was there, because it off-put the mood it was trying to put, and put like maybe possible moments that could have been taken more serious got taken less serious because of the music choice they had.
Yeah.
And the twist at the end was, if you watched the first...
Yeah, if you watched the original.
Yeah, if you watched the original, you already kinda expected it to go in that kind of way.
Yeah. And if you want to hear our opinion of the original April Fool's Day, maybe Joseph can put in a link to it when he posts this on YouTube, so you can go check that out too. Otherwise, just go into like our videos and scroll back to last year.
Yeah, it's quite far. But I'm sadly not in that one, but I can say right now that I liked and preferred watching that one over this one.
Yeah, because we watched
very
it
much.
together, I believe.
I think we did. And like, I don't know, I just don't have a preference for watching like movies where you have these rich people walk around doing rich people things.
Yeah, in that sense, I enjoyed the first movie much more. Because it's not these snobs that is when you take it to being rich people, it's just not fun to watch anymore.
Like, it's not that I hate rich people, but it's just that in these kind of movies, you want to try to some level have a semblance of that you can relate to the characters in some kind of way other than them feeling like scared.
Yeah, or just being human, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're a rich snob, you're privileged, but we have nothing in common, so whatever, why should I care about you?
Yeah. And like, I don't know why they chose to go that way in the movie to do that in the remake. And I just didn't feel this movie. It was like okay with this mystery of who did it in the end and whatnot, and who is the killer and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, they put in a red herring, but it was kind of obvious that that was a red herring, in my opinion.
It was. Again, I think like my expectation was I didn't really pay attention that much to the red herrings because I kind of had a suspicion of the ending, which which went like, yeah, I knew it because I felt it was pretty obvious at one point when you realize that she never officially saw anyone die and she was the only one that did it. It became a bit obvious that she was the victim of all of this happening. So, like, rating wise, I would put it at like a 5 or 4 pranks.
Fair. So I enjoyed the first one immensely much more than this.
Yeah. It had more of a charm because
I mean, 80s movies has more of a charm in general, in my opinion, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not much for horror movies in the mid-20s. Newer movies, like after 2015, can be really good. But yeah, in general, I really prefer anything before 1997, 1998, somewhere around there.
And also just the like conclusion of it all went by much better and much smoother in the first one because it felt like in that one, even though you were like, boo, no actual death.
Yeah.
But also like the scare at the moment was real and like it all came from a more it came from a purer place in the end. It didn't come from a place of contempt. It was just them like playing pranks and being like, this is something I want to do for like this house that I got from my uncle. What do you think? It felt very genuine, didn't it? Whereas this came from, you gotta admit you killed her.
Yeah, exactly.
And we do this for vengeance and whatnot.
Yeah, it was
So
you.
it came from a place of contempt here because they wanted to genuinely like kind of hurt her in a way and actually have her genuinely panic.
Yeah. I mean, they mostly just wanted the truth out of her.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of boring. I didn't pay too much attention. It was kind of like a whatever. Like, I wouldn't even recommend watching this. If you want to watch a good one, just just watch the
Watch the
original. To be honest,
Yeah.
and I will give this barely a 1 out of 10 pranks. To be honest, I
I
mean,
think I'm gonna settle for my 1.
yeah,
No, my 4.
yeah.
4.
Yeah, because well, I'm very harsh. If you have followed the episodes up to here, or you just joining in on this one, my opinions are really harsh on movies. It's not a lot that gets over 7 for me.
Yeah. I'm very more forgiving.
Yeah.
Which makes her look even worse.
Oh yeah. And Joseph is very forgiving, and Augie is pretty forgiving, and I'm just like, no.
You're the Simon Cowell of the group.
The what now?
The Simon Cowell, Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, I have never watched it. I need to check that out then.
It's just very old.
Do you mean Alexander Bard?
I guess. I don't know.
That-
I know who you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I don't watch the Swedish word. I don't even watch any of those. I just know him by meme.
Yeah. So yeah, like, I didn't enjoy it too much, and I saw through the red herring. Like, I understood that it's not this guy that's doing it; it's someone else.
Yeah.
However, the twist at the end, like, I saw it coming, and I knew it would come that like no one actually died. However, that they're not shooting blanks in the end was quite a surprise to me.
Yeah, that got me by surprise as well, because I just expected her to shoot a blank at her and not actually blow her face out.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
Like, but also the fact that I think it was maybe intentional. It also makes sense though in the end. But it made sense, but it was at the same time not expected.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which was
yeah.
kudos
Oh
to
yeah.
them.
Yeah. They can get a small little plus in the corner thanks to that they actually made this what's it called? Made that little twist.
Yeah, because it felt like, how are you gonna end the movie? And then it was like, okay, that was actually happening. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of like, damn. Didn't.
It came very out of nowhere.
It came out of left field and just body slammed you to the ground.
Yeah, and it was also a bit funny that like everyone was like, ha ha, you're a bitch, and called us name, ha ha, and the second she died, they were like, oh, ha, 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 ha. Like her brother, it was understandable. Like, it's your sibling.
Yeah.
Which they seem to have kind of a okay relationship, so yeah.
But then again, like, the thing is with rich people, well, rich people in movies, now I don't know anything about rich people in real life, because I don't surround myself with people like that. They are usually very, very fake, and, I mean, they do anything they can to get ahead in life, and Yeah,
The fact that they had a person named Barbie in the movie.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
felt so off throughout the movie when they said Barbie. Like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah, and like they were serious with calling her Barbie too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was pretty plain and boring. I didn't have any favorite characters because everyone was so boring and up their own ass.
Yeah. Same. Like the only one I would say maybe the Chihuahua. Or possibly even like Charles, which is the dog's owner.
Nah, I would say if I have to choose, it would probably be the butler, but that's because I don't like Chihuahuas.
Yeah, but yeah,
Mm.
but I felt like among all the rich people, he went like a tad bit.
He felt a little bit more human than the others.
Yeah, even though it went like, ah, yeah, so sad. Here's my book.
Oh my goodness.
Like he was not trying. He knew he was self-centered. He wasn't trying to be otherwise, you know.
Yeah, he was just being honest with who he was.
Yeah, but also that's the thing I want to mention. The like news moments in the movie felt so out of place.
Yeah, it feels
And
forced.
it felt out of place, forced, and like it was not even done well. Like it didn't even look like a genuine thing that would be on the TV, because that's not how a like news reporter speaks on the television, because yeah, they are more composed and not trying to like, they're trying to probe in a less more direct way than that person did.
Yeah, definitely.
So because it was so bad, it felt worse.
Oh yeah.
And now I feel like I'm grabbing at straws.
Yeah, I think we're kind of done with talking with the movie itself here.
Yeah. To be honest, even though it has been like a legit year since I talked about it, I'd rather just talk about the first one. Not gonna lie.
Bruh, same.
Why not make another episode about it? Because I didn't.
Yes, part 2, we pick it apart even more. Feels good, man, feels good.
Yeah.
So, I got some background. Joseph was kind enough to send it to me.
Yeah, let's go through that.
So, the budget of this movie was $5 million. I'm not sure if that's a lot for a movie, but I don't think so. Frank Manches Jr. Also produced the original version of the movie. Scott Taylor Compton, yeah, that sounds about right, appeared in Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween in 2007, and its sequel, Halloween 2 from 2019, also by Rob Zombie. The score is a variation of the original April Fool's Day theme. I have no idea what that is. Was originally to be a direct remake of April Fool's Day from 1986, but was rewritten to bring on a much more modern twist to April Fool's. Which is really sad, because I would have rather seen a plain remake rather than this.
Yeah. They could have like modernized it in a way by simply putting it in a modern setting.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was not the way to do it, because that movie felt a lot more wholesome in its intent.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even though it went very gory with the pranks, well, this kid got stuck in a boat blender,
Yeah.
also called a propeller.
Yeah, and I thought I saw Kevin Bacon's ass, but it wasn't.
Oh, right.
That's a feels bad man moment.
But hey, if the ass is good, it's still good ass.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So,
Yeah, definitely. Do you have anything?
go watch the original. Guess now I want to. That's the one thing this movie made me want to watch the original again. That's what it did.
Understandable. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unselfish. What unselfish? Yeah, this is kind of unselfish plugging. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, Near Dark Podcast. If you want to see what we're up to behind the scenes. And with that, we're gonna play out with Scissors for Lefty Getaways.
But before we say goodbye,
Yeah.
what's to come next?
Next episode is my pick, and it is High Tension, aka Switchblade Romance from 2003. It's a French slasher. So,
Ooh.
if you like slashers, if you like French, well...
If you like slashers and if you like the French.
Oh, oui, baguette. Check out the...
Let's go with that one.
Yeah, yes, check us out in the next episode, and hopefully you even want to subscribe to us. For more of this amazing content, and usually we're actually 4 people. At least 3, but sometimes 4.
At best we're 4.
Yeah.
But at average we're 3.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Goodbye. It's a little bit of a short episode, but we don't have a lot to talk about, especially when we're just 2 people.
Yeah. It may have been a short episode, but thank you for listening to it.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll listen to another one of ours. So, goodbye, and hopefully we'll hear from you later.
Thanks for listening, good people, and goodbye.
What's up,